Welcome back. Today I've got another XP farm that you can do very early on in Black Myth Wukong. So please make sure that you smash that like button, you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. So first of all, you're going to need the Incense Trail Talisman. This is going to take you back to the last incense location you used. The location we're going to go to is Bamboo Grove Snake Trail. Reason why we're going here is because it's got some really good enemies that we can get a good amount of XP from. So your first one you're going to find is going to be across from this bridge. So these can be really tanky, if I'm being honest. The best way to do a good amount of damage to these is hitting from behind, but they do a lunging attack that does actually poison you, and this can be quite infuriating, so bear that in mind. And sometimes as you're beating them up, you can see that they end up in the rocks and all in the shrubbery. It's quite irritating, so it can mess up your camera angle a little bit, but don't worry, these three here, ignore them, don't worry, follow me down in this direction, down this bridge, and then there's going to be another one right here. But at this point you should have already have some focus bar build up. This is essentially going to give you the opportunity to be able to do a heavy attack that will knock him back and take a fair bit of health off. So keep hitting him. Just watch out once more, like I said, for when he stands up on his hind legs. Once he stands up, he's essentially going to then try and pounce. Just bear in mind, you'll notice that. And sometimes this orbs will pop in, so you will have the opportunity to be able to collect them. So as soon as you get down to this bottom part of the grove, you essentially want to run around and awaken all of these skeletons. There's a reason for this. They do give around 35 experience, but really that's nothing. But as a collective, they give a fair bit of experience. So what I suggest that you do is gather them all up and then focus on this big snake. The only alive one, don't focus on the zombies. The zombies you'll just kill as collateral, so don't worry. Essentially what you want to do is try and use your fire abilities, this one right here. So you want to use this one and destroy this snake as quickly as you can. The lunging heavy attack does a fair amount of damage, and it does also hit all the other enemies in its path, so that is a good one to utilize. Essentially you're just going to then take out all the rest of these bony little enemies. They're not too hard. There's just when you're surrounded by a fair few of them, it can get a bit clunky, so just bear that in mind. So once you have then built up your focus bar, and once you have taken out the final few skeletons, so once you have taken out the first snake and his skeleton crew, you're then going to go around the other half of the bamboo grove and you're going to gather the rest of them up. There's more skeletons dotted around inside this forest, but there's also a snake, so that's the one that you want to fixate on. Yet again, just like the other one, these skeletons ain't that hard to take out if you focus on them, but that snake can tank a lot of damage. He does that lunging attack, which is very irritating, but the snake in itself is the one that you want to focus on, because all the rest are just collateral. So after you do this, what you want to utilize afterwards is your talisman. This is going to take you back to where you started. You'll be able to rinse and repeat this process. You should get around 175 experience for each snake that you take out, which is a big chunk of experience, and all of these skeletons are going to give you around 35 experience every time you do that. So you can see level 21 leveled up very quickly. So please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. See you in the next one.